Hello, guys. My name is Bukhosi Mhlanga. I am a web tech consultant. I basically develop websites and I run a hosting company. I'm the CEO of Free Web Hosting Zimbabwe, and I also work for University Hosting, which is our paid platform. We are the first in Zimbabwe and Southern Africa to offer free web hosting. So today I'm just going to be going through the process of creating, well, not exactly the process, but what the fundamentals of creating a website in under an hour and for free. And I'm going to provide information based on my experiences. Um, I have done websites across a number of nations. I've done websites for American companies, I've done websites for Zimbabwean companies, I've done websites for South African companies, and even Swaziland, Zambia, you name it. But the reason why I got to be able to do all of this is because I got connected through the internet. So people would find me either from my website or one of my other websites or connections that I built online basically. And that's how I've been able to build my portfolio as a web developer or as a web tech consultant. And in the same vein, this is how you'd also, do this. So if you need your business to be visible, because what we basically want at the end of the day is visibility across the spectrum. So you want your business to be found online. Somebody wants to buy from the United States, somebody wants to get your service and they're based in Uganda or Tanzania or wherever, they should be able to locate you online. So social media, as the other guys who have been presenting have been talking about, is a really, really good start. But you also need to have your own platform, which is basically where you can customize the presentation or customize how you present your content. So basically, a website is a collection of web pages that are operating under one single domain or a domain name, and that's basically what I'm going to be, talking about. So this is your mark on the World Wide Web, like a professional representation of information that pertains the company. So the very first thing that you need to then take into account, or the first thing that you need to consider when you are thinking about creating a website, is the planning. So the planning is the most crucial because it determines how you're going to do what, and the time frames, which is basically the hour that we've said. If you do not pre-plan, then you will not be able to finish the website within the hour. But if you plan beforehand, then you can actually be able to do that. So by planning, I mean get your text in order. If you want an about us page, a home page, you need to know what text goes where. About us could be mission, vision, values, and the brief that goes on the home page as an example. So the text needs to be pre-typed, and you need to have it saved, say, in a Word document or a PDF, where you can just then copy and paste onto the website. You need images. Your images need to be ready. You need to have video and audio content, depending on what type of site it is and what content you want to have there. You need to have your layout and pages already decided. So the layout, you'd know, I want to have a slider at the top or a hero image, and then underneath that, I'm going to have a subheading about the company and a bit of text and an image on the right. That's just an example. And then underneath that, maybe I'm going to have something that talks about the services or the products or something like that. So you basically have to plan all of this out before you even decide to start. And then also add into account the call to actions, the CTAs. What are you going to be requesting your clients to do, particularly on the homepage or any other page? Normally, you'd find on the homepage you get a contact form or click this button to call us, or you also have sign up for our newsletter. Those are the various things that you find on the homepage. So you need to pre-plan this. You don't just get into it willy-nilly. So once you've decided that, you also decide which forms are going to go on the platform, and not just which forms, but on which pages you will have the form. Is the contact form going to be on the contact page only, or will you have it on the home page or on the footer across the entire site? And also your social media links. Where are you going to be positioning your social media buttons? So that's the planning stage, which is stage number one, and this is very crucial. But once you're done with that, you can now then move to the platform. So the platform is basically where you're going to be building your site from. So it's determined, of course, by the purpose of the site. What exactly will you want the website to serve? What will it do? That is what you usually look at when you want to decide which platform to use, and also the level of professionalism. The reason I say this is because, say it's a blog, it's not a professional website, not a company website. It's just a blog, your personal blog, or your company blog. You can actually decide to use WordPress.com. WordPress.com offers you the ability to create blogs on it 100% free of charge. But you can also decide not to have a custom domain name. So my name is Bukhosi Mhlanga, but I'm known as the entrepreneur. So I could have mine as the entrepreneur.wordpress.com. So that means I've got a subdomain on WordPress's main domain. So WordPress.com is a domain, and the entrepreneur dot is a subdomain of WordPress.com. So that you can always get for free. But as you can notice, it's not really professional. If my company was Free Web Hosting Zimbabwe and we're Free Web Hosting Zimbabwe .wordpress it would really, really just freak you out. The moment you want to sign up, you think, something wrong with these guys. So with that in mind, we then determined that WordPress.com was not the right platform for this, and you can also make the same decision based on that. And then also we have things like Blogspot and Medium. All of these, they will add the .blogspot.medium to your name. So you create a subdomain on your platforms, which means if you want to create a professional site, I wouldn't advise going with them. And then, of course, from the blog platforms, we have what are called website builders. So website builders, for example, there's something called Wix.com, there's Weebly.com, there is Squarespace, the American one. These ones allow you to actually create a custom site. So unlike the blogging platforms where it's just mostly blog based, these ones allow you to custom create a layout or a proper website. And they also allow you to purchase domains and hosting of the platform. But of course, being in Zimbabwe or any other African country, it might turn out to be a bit pricey because they usually charge in USD, which means you'd have to convert from your local currency into whatever currency they're using, which for the most part becomes a tad bit expensive. But these ones now, particularly with Wix, they come with really beautiful layouts or templates or themes, which you can then customize really, really quickly. It's just copy, paste, change image, switch image. It's very possible with them. And I've had clients over the years who created websites on Wix, but then they want a domain name, .co.zw domain, for example, .co.zw, which is a South Africa one, and now they want to move their website from Wix and put it on that domain name. And now we have issues pertaining to that. So usually what I then do is I custom build the site from WordPress and just create the layout that's on Wix. That's also still possible. Of course, it will cost you, but when you really want something free, and you've tried Wix, I won't knock it off. It's really good. If you decide on Wix, that's really good. You can actually then end up deciding to buy a custom domain. But when you get Wix or Weebly or Squarespace, just like the blogging platforms, you will also be on a subdomain. So it would be the entrepreneur.wix.com or the entrepreneur.weebly.com or the entrepreneur.squarespace.com, unless you buy a domain from them, which, like I said initially, will then cost you a little bit more. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is, in terms of platforms, it's self-hosted platform. So you get platforms like WordPress, you get platforms like Joomla, you get platforms like Drupal. All of these are self-hosted in this regard. So what you then do is you order a domain, you order hosting, and then you install one of these platforms onto that domain, and you start building. So usually you just get a theme or a template, download the demo content onto that, and you can easily do the copy paste that I was talking about earlier and switching images. It could actually take less than an hour. But how then it works is, let's say you need to do this self-hosted thing like I've just said, and you want to keep it free. There are free platforms out there that will provide, number one, the hosting. So hosting is the the servers upon which your web pages will be stored, and from which most of the computers that are connected to that will fetch the information. So, for example, you are on a server that's based in Germany, like our servers for free web hosting are, and then somebody is connected to the internet and they want to access your pages. As long as they have your web address, they should be able to access that information from the servers that are in Germany and download that information onto their laptop. So that's hosting. So with hosting, you basically get an account, a hosting account, which then gives you emails. It gives you the potential to get an SSL certificate, which is basically security for the site. And also the ability, you get what's called the control panel. It could be cPanel, it could be CWS or CentOS, where you can then, it gives you file managers, it gives you all these other things where you can then upload your content or install the CMS that you want to use. CMS being the content management system. So WordPress is a CMS, Joomla is a CMS. So with the hosting, there are so many companies out there that offer hosting. HostGator in the States, but you pay for that. Squarespace offers hosting. WordPress itself offers hosting, but you're paying for these hosting packages. But my presentation is on free. So I will tell you about two platforms that I know about that are free. The first one is that Free Web Hosting Africa. That's our own platform, which I'm a co-founder and CEO of, where we provide that hosting for free. And you get 5 free email accounts, you get 1 SQL database, you get 1 gig of disk space, you get 5 gigs of bandwidth. That's what you need basically for hosting. The bandwidth is what allows you to get traffic to your site. But aside from us, there's a company called 000 Host that's based in the States, which allows you to also, register for a hosting account without paying anything. And registering for a hosting account is just signing up. It's literally like a 3-4 minute process and you're done. So once you have your hosting account, now you need the domain. So a domain name becomes your address on the World Wide Web. This is your location. This is associated with your IP address. So if I'm the entrepreneur, then my address would probably be theentrepreneur.com. That would be my address on the World Wide Web, so that the networked computers, any computer that is connected to the internet, can access me or my page. So that's what I'm talking about by domain. So with domain, this unique identifier or address for your web pages, usually these are for sale. The .co.zw, if you buy from us, it's about 100 Rand. The .com is about 10 US, between 10 US to about 15 to 20, depending on where you're buying it from. You have the .online, .net, .org, all of those are top level domains which are actually for sale, but you do get a few that are free. For example, .tk, there's a domain called .tk, .ml, .ga, .cf, .gq, all of these are top, and then these are free domains which you can actually then go and buy. So I could say I can't afford to buy a .co.zw or a .co.za or a .com. I can then go and buy a .tk or order a .tk. It's just a matter of Googling. Go online, want to register a .tk domain. You'll find a number of platforms that allow you to do that. Register one, type in your email address and all the information that's required. Sign up. Once you have it, acquire name servers from the hosting account, because when you create the hosting account, you get an email that comes with name servers. Copy those name servers, paste them where you got the .tk domain, and you get propagation. Once the domain is propagation, it's pointing, the .tk domain starts pointing to the hosting platform. Once it points, your domain goes live, and now you're ready to start working. So that's the part about domains. Very, very easy to do. It's not that complicated. But of course, on a normal basis, you really want to be professional, so go for the paid ones. But for this presentation, since we're talking about how to create a free website, you can get a free domain. Once you have the domain, now you go onto the hosting platform and you find what's called Softaculous or script installers. So you find Softaculous, click on it, it will give you options on what CMS you want to install. So WordPress will usually be the first one. Click on that, click install, type the information that's required, and in a minute you're already logged into your WordPress account. Once you're logged in, go to appearance and then themes. So when you go to appearance and then themes, you'll get a list of all the free themes that WordPress offers. And you can select one from there. Once you selected it, activate it, install, go to appearance, or rather check at the top, you'll find recommended plugins for that theme or that template. So once you install those, also try to install something called one-click demo installer or one-click demo importer. Once you install that, now install some or import some demo data for that theme that you've got, and that theme will populate depending on the layout that you have seen. Of course, it will populate, and all you now need to do is open a single page, go to the top, edit the page, paste the content that you want from whatever source and replace the content that's already there. So it's just now a matter of copy paste images, easy to change depending, of course, on what images you have, and you just upload those. It's a really, really simple process here. But once you're done with this, you can then also view the site and determine if it's good enough for you. If it's not, you keep working at it. But if it's really good or it's ready to be published, then you just have to now, I'm assuming you hadn't put coming soon mode because I didn't tell you about that. But that means your site is already live by virtue of that. So if you can actually go to the entrepreneur.com, for example, that's the site I was working on, and I click on that, it opens the pages that I've been working on. That means your site is actually already live. So once it's live, you might then want to take into consideration things like how to get people to find the pages, like make it easy for people to find it. So search engines come in handy with that, which is, your Googles, your Ask, your Yahoos. And to make it simple for them, you just have to submit what's called a sitemap. And this is a trade secret, the easiest way to do this, to do the basics for SEO, you visit a website called attracta.com, attracta.com. This website allows you to do 4 things at once that are SEO based. So, for example, it will check Google blacklists, it will submit a sitemap for you, it will do a backlink check, things like that. So you can actually go to attracta.com, submit the website that you want to work on, or the website that you want to have sitemap submitted for, and it will automatically submit those. And within 72 hours, your website will start appearing in Google search results. And also, you can then go every 7 days, you go and you resubmit the sitemap so that your content stays relevant. I'm assuming you would be making changes on the site, so those will be refreshed once you do that. And then once you do the Attracta, you can download a plugin, a WordPress plugin called Yoast. It's a very, very free plugin, so no need to pay. The Attracta is also free. So once you go to plugins, the plugins on the menu on the left side of your dashboard in WordPress, for example, you'll see plugins, add new, type Yoast on the search bar, and you download Yoast, activate it, go to any page, any of the pages that you've made it, the home page, it could be the home page, the about, the contact, you will find that Yoast will be at the bottom of that page, or when you're editing the page, at the bottom, you find stuff about Yoast. It comes with basic information. So it will tell you this is where your meta description goes, this is where your these are the keywords that are used, the phrase, etc., things like that. So you follow step-by-step guides, but it changes. So it'll be red, but as you work on it, you start to notice it changes to amber, and as you continue working on that, making the changes that they request, you'll notice that it becomes green because they give you a list of things that you need to fix. And as you go about fixing them, it becomes green. Once it becomes green, the green light means you're okay, and search engines will index your site or that particular page better. So once you have Yoast and you've done the Attracta, it's also time to maybe try going to Google Analytics. Google Analytics has a free service where you can be able to track traffic coming to your site. What mobile devices are they using? Are they using laptops instead? Are they using phones? What networks are they on? Which countries are they from? What are their ages? Things like that. So you need to get all that demographics. You can actually find that from the Google Analytics page. And well, once you're done with that, you can also be able to find out about what are called developer tools. So you can Google that. Actually, it's very, very free information that's available on the internet. Developer tools. This is where you find information about page load speed, how optimized is your site, things like that. So most of this information, as if you come across a part that you do not understand but that I've mentioned, you can easily go to Google and Google it. Developer tools, it will give you something. How to set up WordPress, it will give you something. Themes, like I was saying, for WordPress, you can get from the WordPress website, the main WordPress website. So you can actually also go free WordPress themes, and you can get a list of those, preview them, download them, and then upload them to your site without necessarily going to search for them. So you can actually know the layout before you go there. Anyway, that's me, and that's the presentation. If you need any more information, you can reach me on Twitter at the entrepreneur, at ENTREPRENEW, entrepreneur, new as in I'm the new entrepreneur. So you can find me there, or you can actually then just Google Bukhosi Mhlanga or Bukhosi Mhlanga. I'm pretty sure you will find ways to contact me once you Google me, Bukhosi Mhlanga. So thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for being with us on the digital and social media.